To shift gears to an interview I conducted recently that spotlights National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, no child ever deserves to hear the words, "you have cancer." But for thousands of children across the U.S. that are battling cancer, there's hope.
September is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and it's drawing attention to the startling statistic that more than 15,000 children in the United States alone are diagnosed with cancer each year. But there is hope. Joining me today to talk about how an automaker is awarding millions in research grants in honor of National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is Kelly Riley. Kevin is a dealer at Hyundai and a board member at Hyundai's Hope on Wheels, a nonprofit helping fight childhood cancer. He's joined by cancer survivor Jordan Hernandez. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Eric.
Let's start with this. How did Hyundai, as a company, decide to focus on pediatric cancer?
Well, Eric, it's actually a very interesting story. About 23 years ago, a group of Boston area Hyundai dealers wanted to support the great pediatric cancer research that was being conducted at Dana-Farber. So they donated $75 for every strikeout a Boston Red Sox pitcher threw, and that gained some momentum up there in the Boston area. Now, my father, who was the Hyundai National Dealer Council chairman at the time here in Washington, D.C., said, hey, there are a lot of great hospitals in Kentucky, in Los Angeles, in Miami, and everywhere in between. And so we need to support those nationwide. And so he took the movement nationwide, and Hyundai Hope on Wheels was born in 1998. And in our 23-year history, we've donated $185 million to pediatric cancer research.
Well, and Kevin, why is the focus on research so important to the fight against childhood cancer?
Eric, that's an excellent question because research unlocks cures. And in my 20 plus years with Hyundai Hope on Wheels, I've met a lot of brilliant doctors and researchers, and I can tell you that there's no shortage of great ideas as to how to end pediatric cancer. But there is a shortage of funding and there's a shortage of awareness. And that's where we as Hyundai dealers come in and we award these pediatric cancer research grants, $13 million this year alone. And these grants help these doctors get closer to cures. And we want to get to a point where no child ever has to hear the words, "you have cancer."
Wow. And Jordan, personal stories really bring it home for people. Can you talk about your own personal battle against cancer and why it's so important for all of us to help?
Yes, of course. Hi, my name is Jordan Hernandez, and I'm a pediatric cancer survivor. About 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma not long after my 6th birthday. At first, we thought it was an allergic reaction because I was swelling in my face, and we found a mass in my chest. That's just a little bit about my story, and I was one of the kids that year that was diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. And it's very, very important to help raise money to end the fight to pediatric cancer because over 15,000 children are diagnosed every year in the U.S. and nearly 1,800 of those children lose their battle that year.
Wow, it's so great to see you in this capacity speaking out on this. How does Hyundai Hope on Wheels grants go, and how have they made a difference?
Well, Eric, they make a huge difference nationwide. We award approximately 64 grants each and every year at 3 different levels. And those allow researchers to take risks and try new and innovative treatments to find cures for pediatric cancer. The grants are awarded all across the nation every year. Again, this year we'll award $13 million in pediatric cancer research grants alone. And the doctors tell us that they're very appreciative of Hyundai's leadership in this area because it's allowed them to take risks and find new cures.
Kevin, Jordan, again, thank you so very much for coming on and talking about this. Very important, and we hopefully can get other people involved in this. Just to let everyone know, if you'd like to learn more about Hyundai Hope on Wheels, grants and research, just visit HyundaiHopeOnWheels.org.